Now let's have a look at a sample email. You see, it starts with the standard salutation. It's a kind of a formal salutation which says, "Dear Madam." Now, here you have the who. I'm a newspaper columnist with the New Times. So, immediately you come to know who is writing to you. So, this is the introduction part. I attended the International Journalist Conference with your brother last month, and he mentioned that you were interested in writing for our newspaper too. So, this is the what and why. So, am I writing to this person? Because I want this person to become a contributing uh, writer for my paper. And how will this happen? So please send some samples of your writing. So do you see who, what, why, and how? All four questions, all four elements are answered over here, right? In this one or two lines. So it's possible that you draft very simple emails, and emails are meant to be brief, they are meant to be short, they are not meant to be uh, like essays or stories. Okay, so always remember, because no one has the time to read so much, so keep your emails as brief as possible, right? Now these are some other kind of starters, you can say, or prompts. So if you look at this, please provide the detailed report by the end of the day. This is an action, an email which demands a certain kind of action, right? Which necessitates a certain kind of action. Then you have respond. Please confirm your participation latest by. So you are requesting the person to respond to your email. Study. Please read the report before the next meeting. So you're asking a person to study something. And FYI means for your information. That's the phrase has an acronym. Okay. Minutes of the meeting are attached for your reference. Like I was saying earlier, PFA would be please find attached. So similarly, FYI would be for your information. So when you're sending some document or some important kind of information, you mention this FYI hyphen maybe the name of the document, right? In the subject line of the email, right? Now here we have a sample email, sorry, and you can see this is a correspondence between on the one side you have FedEx, and let's find out who is on the other side. So this is FedEx billing online ready for payment. So this subject line is very clear as to what it wants to say. It's and who is sending it. Hello. Now this is an impersonal salutation because perhaps it is not meant for a particular it is not meant to be a personal kind of email, personalized email. So if you look at the body, you will understand what I mean. You have a new outstanding invoice from FedEx that is ready for payment. The following invoices are prepared for you. Invoice number. To pay or review these invoices, please sign into your FedEx billing online account by clicking on this link. So this is to tell a FedEx customer, it could be anybody, about their outstanding payments and how they are supposed to pay it, right? So emails, you can see the brevity of emails, right? One or two or three lines. Hmm. Now let us look at things that we are not supposed to do when we write emails. What is the most glaring impact that what is the most glaring thing that you notice about this uh, email? Just take a few seconds to look at the email, and let us then together discuss some of the things which are an absolute no-no for emails. So to start with, you can see that the entire email has been written in capital letters. Now that's completely against email etiquette, because writing in capital letters is like screaming. Okay, the way you scream, when you scream, obviously in the written form you can't scream. So if you want to show that you're screaming, you write in capital letters. Or if you want to show that that you want to be very emphatic or forceful, that is when you use capital letters. It is to convey your anger, your resentment, your rage. So you do not want to use capital letters unless you want your emails to completely disrupt the communication process. Now, again, over here, you can see there's a word in red. Emails should be in a single color. The draft should be in a single color, because you're not doing some creative kind of, uh, you're not engaged in some creative output, right? It is for correspondence. So, and do you see the spelling over here? So that's a huge typo. Dear madman or sir. So, dear sir slash madam, or dear madam slash sir. So, please check your spellings. Now, here what do you see? Please take the time out to read this email. Now, this language itself is very offensive and rude. You're actually sending an email, and you're also telling the person, please take the time out to read my email, as if the person is obliged to you to read the email. So instead of saying this, you could say, I will be grateful if you take some time out to read this email. But again, you can't start with that. You have to first introduce yourself. Remember, the who part of it needs to come first. Also, if you look at the letter please, it's SMS language, and you're not supposed to use this kind of WhatsApp and SMS language for a formal mode of communication, which is an email. I know you will love it. Now, do you see there's this the structure of the sentence and the way the words have been written, both are problematic. I know you will love it. Huh? So look at the spelling of love, you look at the spelling of you, and you cannot use this kind of language. There is no internal consistency in the email. So here you are addressing it to someone who is obviously a madam or a sir. So you share a very formal relation with these people, and then you switch to an informal tone or an informal register saying, I know you will love it. It has several examples of what is not good email etiquette, and followed by a smiley. Now, this is also a no no unless you're writing a unofficial email or writing to a friend. Then you can use emojis even in the middle of the email. A lot of people make these mistakes. When you're finished with it, pass it along to 30 other people and then read the tips below on what is good email etiquette. Thank you. So thank you also should come in the next line. So this is what is problematic about the email. You can see there is no paragraphing. All lines are clustered together, and it is quite jarring to the eyes, because you want the format to be neat and spaced out and minimalistic. Minimal words, uh, legible font, right? Not someone screaming at you, not someone using colorful emojis and different colors to drive home their point, and definitely not spellings, words like in this form, right? In SMS or WhatsApp language. Now, let's look at the way some emails end or close. Hmm, right. So if you look at the ending, you will see, I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon. This is a very good, these are stock phrases, right? You can use them for any email. That's in fact the idea. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon, or looking forward to your reply. Both are acceptable. Please feel free to contact me for any further clarifications. Now, this is also a good closing. Hope to hear from you soon. Slightly less formal, but again, a very good closing. So, these are the ways in which you end an email. And finally, let's look at the closing salutations, or the way you sign off. That is the way you close the email. Most commonly used are warm regards, kind regards, best wishes, even best regards. And very formal situations, you can use yours sincerely, yours faithfully. But this kind of closing salutation should be good enough, right? So that was your session on email writing. I hope you enjoyed it and you found it beneficial. Of course, there are plenty of samples out there on the internet. Please do a little bit of browsing on your own, and you'll get a lot of samples of official emails. So, thank you so much for being with me for this session, and I'll see you again soon in another brand new session. Till then, bye bye and take care.